Hello, I'm Elisa Wycliffe.
And I'm Kim Garrett.
The University of North Carolina at Charlotte invited area educators to campus February 16th and 17th of this year to participate in a workshop celebrating a year of climate and carbon. The dynamics of this extraordinary group of educators created an exciting and successful learning experience for participants as well as workshop leaders. A goal of this workshop was to expand GLOBE in North Carolina through an existing STEM professional learning community. Since 2017, the STEM PLC, facilitated by the Center for STEM Education, housed in the Cato College of Education at UNC Charlotte, has worked with school educators and district leaders throughout the academic year, covering the latest STEM education research, issues, and practices. The STEM PLC provides an opportunity to build and sustain a GLOBE community engaged in Earth system science focused on climate change. This is a picture of part of our UNC Charlotte campus.
The workshop was a Thursday-Saturday format, and you can see here our topics. We packed a lot of information and activities into our sessions. We invited 25 area educators who attended from 4 different counties surrounding the Charlotte metro area. 2 participants had previously participated in GLOBE workshops, and 23 participants were new to GLOBE. The workshop again was held on the UNC Charlotte campus, and Dr. Jake Armoire with the Geography and Earth Science Department at UNC Charlotte was invited to be our guest speaker for the day. We started the day with an overview of GLOBE and a carbon quiz just to prepare the teachers. Then we worked through the weather to climate activity. This activity looks at the short and long-term air temperature data in order to better understand the differences between weather and climate. Next, the educators participated in the GLOBE carbon cycle as a carbon molecule pre-1800 and then post-1800. The summary of each time period and the carbon pools and fluxes and how they differ based on the impact of human activity pre-1800 and post-1800. Educators found this activity to be particularly impactful.
We talked to the participants about the climate literacy, and we reviewed the 2009 principles of climate literacy, but what you see here is the newly published 2024 NOAA Principles for Climate Literacy, and this is available at climate.gov. We also looked at Earth as a System, the activity, and at this time in North Carolina, there's an opportunity to explore Earth system science focused on climate change with the passing of our new science standards. The new science standards emphasize science and engineering practices, SEPs. This includes the ability to analyze scientific data using models and computer simulations to explore scenarios and examine complex issues like our changing climate. It's especially important for North Carolina K-12 educators and students to learn about Earth system science through the GLOBE program with its reliable and critically reviewed protocols, activities, and representative data. The Earth as a System learning activity provides an excellent introduction and visualization of Earth's dynamic Earth systems. The activity set the stage for many great conversations about climate change and how to utilize GLOBE learning activities and protocols in the classroom.
One of the activities that we run with the educators to demonstrate the importance of calibration is we provide them a variety of thermometers, some working, some not, and ask them to go take the temperature. When they come back into the classroom and we record the data, such as what the temperature was, did they report in Fahrenheit or Celsius, and where they took the temperature, they quickly realize that not only is it important to calibrate the thermometer, but the protocol on how to collect the data is extremely important. The next thing we did is prior to the workshop, the teachers were asked to download the GLOBE Observer app onto their phones. So we spent the afternoon outside We use cloud windows to practice identifying the different types of clouds and contrails that were in the sky. We practiced reporting the percent cloud coverage of the sky, and then each of the teachers use the Globe Observer app to then record the cloud data of the afternoon.
We invited Jake Armour, who's faculty with the Department of Geography and Earth Sciences at UNC Charlotte, to talk to our participants about his climate science research.
Jake provided an amazing introduction to his research in geomorphology of alpine landscapes and the paleoclimatic information they contain. Participants learned a lot about how physically demanding it is to reach some of the study sites in the Colorado Plateau. An example of one of the sites was like kettle bogs, and how these sites and why these sites are so valuable to understanding the evidence of paleoclimatic changes. We spent time talking to the educators about the relationship between changes in the climate and phenology. Educators focused on learning about phenology and reviewing green up, green down protocols, and that there was a direct correlation between the warming of the climate and the changes in both the growing seasons and migration patterns of animals.
With the generous support from the Globe Partnership Mini Grant Program and UNC Charlotte's Center for STEM Education, participating K-12 educators were able to return to their classrooms with climate change-related resources, information, and learning activities. So we'd like to thank you very much for listening today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.